Good morning. We are back with another interesting English class. It is about Walt Disney, the complete entertainer. Before we talk about him, let us look back at the world of animation, how it started, the way it developed, and how Disney changed the animation landscape. Animation is an art of making inanimate objects appear to move. Animation has a history long before the development of cinematography. It dates to early humans. Early humans? And animation? Really? Yeah, it's real. Early humans used to draw in caves. You know that from your social science classes. So these cave paintings had many implications, and one of them is animation. They used sequence of images called as juxtaposition and images drawn over another image called as superimposition and use the lights from flickering lamps to tell stories. We humans are great storytellers. Our cave storyteller used a flickering grease lamp in the dark cave and he would manipulate the light in such a way that the same image drawn at slightly different angles when seen with the flickering light in the dark cave gives the audience an impression that the animal is running and rearing its head. That was an animated art. You can find one such stage in Chauvet Cave, France. Let me put that in my bucket list. But we are not allowed inside the Chauvet Cave unless we are some scientific researchers or conservators. But we can visit the replica just a kilometer away from this cave. As we migrated from the caves to the open lands, humans use few techniques and instruments to tell animated stories. One such technique is shadow play or shadow puppetry. It uses flat cutout figures held between a source of light and a translucent screen. Various effects are achieved by moving the puppet and the light source. You can see the figures appear to walk, dance, fight, nod, and laugh. One such art form practiced in Kerala is Tol Pavakothu. One of the instruments used for creating animation is magic lantern. It's an early type of image projector which uses lens, light source, a hand painted glass slide, and mirror to project the content of the glass slide onto a screen or on a large wall for a larger audience. Initially, it was still painting and followed it by moving slides and later by mechanical slides, thereby creating the animation effect. Late 1880s saw the invention of cinematography, where people began combining multiple consecutive photos to create the illusion of a motion picture. During this time, Walt Disney was born in Hermosa, a community area in Chicago, Illinois, on December 5th, 1901, as the fourth of the five children. From an early age, Walt Disney showed a great aptitude for drawing and painting. At McKinley High School, he took photographs, made drawings for the school paper, and at night, he took courses at the Art Institute of Chicago. At the age of 16, he attempted to join World War I but was rejected because he was underage, and later worked as an ambulance driver for the Red Cross and was posted in France. So after the World War ended, Disney moved back to Kansas from France, and it is where he worked as an apprentice artist at the Pesman Rubin Commercial Art Studio, where he drew illustrations for advertisements. In 1920, he and his friend Ab Iwerks were laid off from the job. The two decided to create their own business. They called it the Iwerks Disney Commercial Artist. This venture was short lived, and Disney left the company and started working in Kansas City Film Ad Company. And at Kansas City Film Ad Company, Disney and his co worker Fred Harmon decided to open their own animation business and called it Laugh-O-Gram Studios, where they made a series of 7 minutes fairy tales called Alice Comedies. He produced 9 of the requested 12 films with little income. This venture was also short lived, and they filed for bankruptcy in the year 1923. After filing bankruptcy, Disney moved to California to find work as a cinematographer. But with the success of their first film, Alice Wonderland, Walt Disney, along with his brother Roy, as a business manager, created Disney Brothers Cartoon Studio, which now we know as the Walt Disney Company. He persuaded his friend, Ub Iwerks, to join his studio, and they invented a character called Oswald the Lucky Rabbit for Universal Pictures. After the control of Oswald's character was taken, Walt created a new character similar in appearance to Oswald, known as Mickey Mouse. It was originally named as Mortimer Mouse, but his wife didn't like the name and called it Mickey, and thus Mickey Mouse was born. In 1928, Disney created 3 Mickey Mouse cartoons such as Plain Crazy, Gallopin' Gaucho, and the famous Steamboat Willie. Both Plain Crazy and Gallopin' Gaucho were silent movies and were not distributed. But Steamboat Willie was Disney's first synchronized sound movie. Steamboat Willie was an immediate sensation and changed the landscape of animation industry. In 1929, Mickey starred in The Carnival Kid and spoke for the first time, "Hot dog, hot dog." In 1929, Silly Symphony series of 75 musical short films featured characters like Donald Duck, Goofy, and Pluto for the first time. In 1932, a Silly Symphony cartoon, Flowers and Trees, won the first Academy Award for Best Cartoon Short Subject for Walt Disney. In 1937, Disney released its full length animated film called Snow White and Seven Dwarfs at a cost of $1.4 million at the time. It took 3 years to produce it. In 1938, the film became a box office hit. He followed it with films like Pinocchio, Fantasia, Dumbo, Bambi, and so much more. Walt Disney won 22 competitive Academy Awards from a total of 59 nominations and holds the record for most wins and most nomination for an individual in history. In the early 1950s, Disney had initiated plans for a huge amusement park to be built near Los Angeles and called it Disneyland. Disneyland opened in Anaheim, California in 1955 on a land of 160 acres and costing $17 million. Disneyland is the only Disney theme park designed and built under the supervision of Walt Disney. Disneyland became a mecca for tourists from around the world. By the turn of 21st century, more than 14 million people visited the park annually. In 1966, Mr. Disney was diagnosed with lung cancer, which led to his death that very year. A second Disney park, Walt Disney World, near Orlando, Florida, which was under construction at the time of his death, opened in the year 1971. Walt Disney was not only a genius, he was a wonderful human being too. He valued and admired the people who worked with him, appreciated their talent, and the fine details of the work they produced. In creating characters such as Mickey and Minnie Mouse, Donald Duck, Pluto, and Goofy, Walt Disney carved a unique niche for himself in the world of entertainment. I would like to end this with the words of Walt Disney, who said, "If you can dream it, you can do it. Remember, this whole thing was started by a mouse." Students, I want you to read the passage given in your book from page number 72 to 75. And after reading this, please do the reading comprehension exercise, which has 4 sections. Section A: complete the snake timeline with the correct dates from the life of Walt Disney. So you can see there's a snake timeline given, and you need to fill the blanks. So it says born, and you have a fill in the blanks. And it is, he was born in 1901. He moved to Kansas. When did he move to Kansas? He moved to Kansas after the World War One ended. So it was during the year 1919. So likewise, you have to fill the rest of the blanks. Now, section B. Read these sentences and answer the questions that follow. Let me do the first one. Hot dog, hot dog. Who say these words? Name the film. Mickey Mouse says these words, hot dog, in the movie The Carnival Kid. What was the speaker originally called? The speaker was originally called as the Mortimer Mouse. Name the speaker's friend. In which series did they start together? The speaker's friends were Donald Duck, Goofy, and Pluto. They were featured together in the Silly Symphony series. So, likewise, you have to do the second question. Now, moving on to the section C, answer these questions. You have 8 questions. Let me do 1 or 2 questions from it, and the rest you have to complete. Question number 1. What talent did Walt Disney show even at an early age? Even at an early age, Walt Disney exhibited great talent for drawing and paintings. He often traded his drawings for haircuts with a local barber and sold his paintings to his neighbors. Question number 3. When did Walt Disney's luck turn? Walt Disney's luck turned when he and his brother Roy started their own studio in Hollywood. So, likewise, you have to do the rest of the exercise. Now, section D is a think and answer question. You have to do it on your own, and you can research online and find supportive evidence to justify your answers. Once completed, you can submit it along with your assignments. The next one, the values and life skills. Walt Disney said, if you can dream it, you can do it. Do you think believing in oneself is important to achieving one's dream? So, what do you think? Is it important that we should believe in ourselves? We should believe in our dreams? What does that help us? Does that help us in our confidence? What do you think about it? Please write it in your own words and submit it along with your assignments. We have come to the end of the class. Please write down the answers in your notebook and submit them along with your assignments. It was good to share the class with you all. Let us meet in the next class and explore more. Till then, adios.